Alright, today I'm going to show you how to do your chain slack. I'll have the specs for this one in the description. I'll also be mentioning it too. Off the bat, you're going to have your 12mm broke loose here. Your axle nut broke loose, and you might need a rubber mallet to knock your axle all the way forward so your axle blocks are touching your actual adjuster. There's many different ways you can do this. You can do the 2 fingers underneath the slider, right where you're, before your last pin, and believe it or not, that's actually very accurate. You could also just use a ruler and you get an exact measurement, but I picked up this new Motion Pro tool, slack setter. It wasn't that much, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So really with this, I just push it down right here, and then I'm going to go as far down as possible on this, and then I hold the outer tube and go up. And for this machine, it is 25 to 35 millimeters. I like going right in the middle, and I am sitting right on 30, so right there I'm good. So I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm going to just back up the actual adjuster so it doesn't move anywhere while I tighten this guy down, which I don't have enough room for, so I'm going to have to I might have to use a fucking screwdriver to hold it in place. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. So, got the handy dandy screwdriver. I'll just put it right on top of the hex head and hold it in place while I tighten this guy down. It's a brand new chain and drive, so same thing to the other side. Another thing too that you have to do, you have to spin the wheel to make sure it doesn't change, get tight on you or anything like that, and then you can go ahead and tighten everything down. And then tighten your axle nut. I'll have the torque spec for this in the description. I just go until I start to compress the suspension. A little more. There we go. Starting to compress. I'm going to give it just a little more. There you go. And after that, you're all done. That's basic chain slack. Chain slack is very important too. If you're too loose or your chain is very old, and kinky, it has a possibility of wadding up, which will break your case half. Like this one right here, this person put JB Weld all over it. Or the other case too, where if you're too tight and your suspension compresses, you're pulling on your counter shaft, which will do something like this. See, his broke. It's kind of hard to tell too, but this is also wallered out. I wish I would have saved the counter shaft to show you what it looked like. But yeah, and chain slack is very important because of these 2 things. Because either way, you're going to destroy a case half. Yeah, always remember to have your case saver on too, just in case. That little piece of aluminum will save everything. But yeah, there you go. Proper chain slack is important.